Hello everyone, welcome to my channel City Life. Today we will know about 20 honest and pro and cons and living in the Denver. Denver is downright unbeautiful. The Mile High City is the best town, as being the situates at the best and base and rocky and mountains. It is also thriving and city with and the culture and feel all its own, and there is no dying. And living in the Denver means and constant and exposed and beautiful landscape, and largely thanks to and back hope to the rocky and mountains. And but it the gets better, you will have and access the incredible and natural while getting walk through and parks and to the major city unlike and the museums and public and parks and the behaviors and create the restaurants and the ample and shoppings and not to mention to the rich history of the city and which is the celebrated and throughout the roads and the nation western and stocks share which the been and the felt and every and January and four other plots and 115 years. Admittedly, the beauty is the first and things that attracts and many people to move and to Denver and boasting the more and 200 and breathtaking to the mountain peak and the more than 100 and pronunciamic and miles and standing and visits to the beautiful city is the sight for sore yeah, eyes. It's a natural lovers and paradise. And touching on the last point, and living in Denver is the granted to the satisfy it two needs and natural lovers. You do not even need to the love and city and limits to get your feel an outdoor adventure. You can find an incredible bike and feats over the city and including my personal favorite, the cherry and Greek style. If you are into water and sports, we have the covered and to the head and the south and Platte River with some and urban white waterletting with the adventure you do not want to sun and forget. And the point is the regardless and of what and consider you ideal and adventure. And there are something to waiting you for a while and move to Denver. Everything from old class and mountain and climbing excellent and hiking and seeking and you name it in fact and many pro and amateur and athletics and move to the Denver and specifically and to call help to close and access and to outdoor and reactions constant and Shane. One the biggest and park and the living in the Denver is not having to the plan and around the weather and Denver is a right and desert and landscape and great sunshine and park youth and the most and US cities. In fact, on Denver average 245 days and sunshine and fair year and exceeding to the national and average 250 until the latter and sunshine and continue the ever and even the throat and cold winter and month and to which the make and to winter the sport and enjoyable. Oh, lest I forget white and other bounds of the tilt and climate is the lack and humidity and during to the summer I can't overcast it to the park and Tanab is basically after the spending of summer in Annecy. The cost of living in the Denver is the responsible and make a mistake and Denver is still the harder and the housing market. But by the and large and the overall cost and living in the Denver is sterling and rather and the reasonable and comfort and to the other US and cities. By and large and housing will attack and the biggest of your chains with the average home price and starting at the 6 lakh dollar in additions to the PC and housing market and Denver's rent and prices to the walls have been and booming. In fact, the rent and prices for the Denver and apartment have been risen and nearly 16% over the past year. And currently, the median and rent and stay at $1,474 for a bedroom and 1,806 for the two-bedroom taller. and outside of housing through the cost of the essential such as the gas and utilities and gorgeous entertainment and still large and substantially and behind the many and large cities, and for example similar expense in San Francisco and Cannes and run to the Twitch the much. Janborg is a great and city for millennials. The influx of new and resident and streaming to the into and Denver and consist and largely for young people, which the result in the booming and art and port and say skin. You will be a plethora and activities and chat and cater to the millennials. Like top and mart and barriers and phenomenal and restaurant, a small local shop and epics and street art and the graded museums. More than 23% and population and consist of the millionaires and making two the best and cities for millionaires in the country. Also, you will be looking to the city and younger age 12 that is open to many types and lifestyle and welcoming to younger parents. Moving to the Denver city of Jason, thriving where and the food and results and Denver food skin the been and up and coming to the sometime now and the more young people and entrepreneur and move in the number of quality and restaurant will be the continued to grow, and Denver also has one of the largest craft and beer and skin in the nation, which the 10 and 150 and craft and beers operating in the within the city. So don't and surprise next time and see you eats on the list and outleading and the best and view the cities in the county. And for a winter, you are probably unsurprised to learn that Denver gets and so an annual basis and average the 15 inch on the sunflower and toward the mountains and ravines and creating the considerable more snow, and February has the highest and amount the sunflower and the lowest and the temperature and because the air and climate and the sunshine snow fall and feel the warmer and the enjoyable and the most and other place I believe I have lived. So if you are and having to the season having in the Denver will you with you and what mentioned if you are planned and moving to the Denver long team, it may be useful and pick winter the sport to make and winter go faster on fog and fog outside of the drink to all the season to of the year, and you do not want to cough and up to the home. A great location. Denver is located and within the days and drive to some epic and place and basically those and enjoy the world class and adventure sports like and mountain climbing. In fact, for all mountain and living types, and Denver is within days and tribe and 15 mountains with the park and recharging and 40,000 feet. If you are great and tired and mountains not only those Dunbar and believe not have is the beach and the swimming and holes. You can also experience and desert and landscape and within the drive in the town there are several other large and international airports. One that west are coast making to the easy and connections of international flight. Excellent job and market. As you in City Denver is the leading to the edge of the technology and place. Watched of the main of again it and companies like Google and Lockheed and Martin. For those at starting out in outage and the combination of a booming and economy allow a living make a Denver city a very attractive choice. The expanding rich market that contributed to the Colorado's ranks as the number 12 among the state with the highest of median income. The sport and culture, if you are fan of the amateur and sports will never out lake and entertainment will be the living in Denver with the high and professional sports and team. You will find and someone to and road for around. And Denver have also a major and language, a covered NBA, MLB, and but also plays and host and smaller and sport league, and such as rugged and rosters and to the roller and derby. For those who and want to play sports and amateur, a rake and the league and abundant. Thank you for watching my videos. Please like, share and subscribe my channel for upcoming videos. Goodbye.